Hello friends, this is class 6th and our subject is English. Today we are going to do lesson number 9, tenses, and this is from book P.C. Wren's Grammar. And today this is going to be our lecture 3 of the lesson, tenses. Content to be covered in today's class, or we can say objectives of today's class, the things which we are going to do today. Number 1, recapitulation of lecture 2 will be done. Then present perfect tense, past perfect tense, future perfect tense, and at last homework will be assigned. Tenses tell us whether an action takes place in the past, present, or future. So this is the definition of tenses. Tenses tell us whether an action takes place in the past, present, or future. There are 12 possible verb tenses. Basically, there are 3 tenses: present, past, future. Now, these are further divided into 4 parts, each of them. Number 1, present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous tense. Similarly, past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. In the same way, future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Now, I'll tell you what is continuous tense. Present continuous tense. Here we use is/am, verb first form, ing, object. She is playing football. I am doing my work. They are going outside. If we talk about past continuous tense, here we use was or were in place of is/am to show that this is past continuous. For example, she was playing football. They were going outside. For future continuous tense, we use will or shall plus be. And to show continuity, we use ing form of the verb in 3 of these tenses, whether it is present, past, or future. Now, if we talk about future continuous tense where we use will or shall plus be, then its example is she will be playing football. I shall be coming at your home. Now, I will explain you perfect tenses. What are perfect tenses? First of all, present perfect tense. What is it? Students, now I will tell you the definition of present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is used to indicate an action that has been completed just now, or action that has started some time ago and finished just now, means the action that has been finished or completed, which was started earlier. Now, students, I will tell you the formation of present perfect tense. In present perfect tense, we use has or have as helping verbs. And third form of the verb is used in perfect tense, whether it is present perfect tense, past perfect tense, or future perfect tense. Verb third form will be used, but we will keep on changing the helping verbs. In present we use has have, in past we use had, and in future we will use will or shall have. Now let's focus on present perfect tense. In present perfect tense, as I told you, we use has or have plus verb third form. Has is used with third person singular and have is used with first person second person and third person plural. In negative sentences, we will add not just after the helping verb, that is has or have. And in interrogative sentences, we will bring has or have in the beginning of the sentence to make a question, and at the end a question mark will be added. Now we are going to do uses of present perfect tense. Number one use is that it is used to express an action that has just been completed. For example, he has just left for Delhi. This is an assertive sentence. Now what will be its negative sentence? He has not left for Delhi, or has he left for Delhi? Has he left for Delhi will be interrogative sentence. Number two use says it denotes a past time, the result of which is continuing in the present. In such case, our interest is in the present. For example, I have stayed at Hisar for 10 years. Means I have stayed. Now also that particular fellow is staying, but now that particular person is still staying. In such case, our interest is in the present, okay, and the action is continuing in the present also. So there we use present perfect tense. Number third use of present perfect tense is it indicates future with when and after. For example, he will go home when he has finished his work. I will go to the post office after I have written a letter. So, in the combination of future tense, we use present perfect tense. When, we use when and after. There is a note. Sometimes we are likely to confuse the present perfect and past indefinite tense. If the action was over in the past and has no connection with the present, we should use the past indefinite tense and not the present perfect. For example, I have received your letter yesterday. So, I have received your letter yesterday has no connection with present time. If I am saying this, if I am speaking this sentence today. So, the correct one will be I received your letter yesterday. If we look at the another example, Babur has established the Mughal Empire. He has established. The action began in the past and it is still not going on. The action finished in the past only and it began in the past. So, here we will say Babur established the Mughal Empire. Students, now we are going to do past perfect tense. First of all, I would like to tell you the definition of the same. When two actions completed in the past, past perfect shows which action is completed before the other one. Means if the action which happened first, there we use past perfect tense, and the action which happened next, there we use past indefinite tense. These two tenses go in coordination. Now, I'll begin with the formation. As I told you earlier that we always use third form of the verb in perfect tense, whether it is present, past or future perfect tense. But in present perfect tense we use has or have, in past perfect tense we use had, and in future perfect tense we use will or shall plus have. Here this is past perfect tense, so we are going to use had plus third form of the verb. In negative sentences, we will just add not after had. So it will be subject plus had not plus past participle plus object. In interrogative sentences, we will use helping verb just before the subject to show that is a question. Students, now I will tell you the uses of past perfect tense. Number one use says to describe an action which had been completed before another action began in the past only. The train had left the station before I reached there. Now, both the sentences, the train had left, means first of all the train had left, then I reached there. Both the actions performed in the past only. But leaving of train happened first, then reaching of mine. So first of all the action happened, the train left. So here we will use past perfect tense. And the action which began later, there we will use I reached there, means past indefinite tense. Let us take one more example. The patient had died before the doctor arrived. Means before the doctor could come and see the patient had died. First of all the patient died. Dying of patient happened first, and then arriving of doctor happened. So the first action was dying of patient. There we will use past perfect tense. And the second action was arrival of doctor. Then we will use past indefinite tense. So in such cases we use past perfect tense if the action happened first. Number 2 use says to denote an action or event which has been completed before some point of time. For example, by evening we had finished much of the work. Number 3 rule or use says to express an unfulfilled wish in the past. The wish that you might have made or you would have made, but it was unfulfilled. I wish I had been rich. I wish I had a cute Barbie doll. I wish I had all my students online with me. That is just a wish because I cannot get all my students online on Cisco WebEx. So I want you all. This is my wish that I want you to fulfill. Next is to express an unfulfilled condition in the past. If you had come in time, I would have helped you. Means अगर आप टाइम पर आते मैं आपकी हेल्प करता. The condition was there. If you had come in time, I would have helped you. Because you didn't come in time, I couldn't help you. Students, now I will explain you future perfect tense. First of all, I will tell you the definition of the same. The future perfect tense indicates that action which will have been completed at some point in the future. As future is uncertain, we don't know whether the action will be completed or not. So here we can just imagine or assume, because sometimes, for example, every day we have our class. So we can say tomorrow at this time we will have this class, because every day we are having our class except Sunday. So we can imagine and we know that that particular action will happen. So in that case we use future perfect tense. Students, now I will tell you the formation of the same. As I told you earlier also, we use third form of the verb in perfect tense, whether it is present, past or future tense. In future tense, we use will or shall plus have. For example, he will have completed his work. In negative, we just add not after will or shall. He will not have completed his work. And in interrogative, we bring will or shall in the beginning to make its interrogative, to make a question. Will he have completed his work? And question mark. So in this way, we frame sentences affirmative, negative and interrogative of future perfect tense. Now, we shall begin with future perfect tense, uses of future perfect tense. Number one use says, to express an action which is expected to be completed by a certain time in future. Which is expected. We are assuming that it will be completed, or it can be completed by a certain time in a future. For example, I shall have returned your money by next Sunday. Here we are just expecting. I am expecting that I shall have returned your money by next Sunday. Next rule says, to express such an action in which before or when is used before simple present tense. So future perfect tense goes in the combination of simple present tense. For example, I shall have taken a bath before the school bus arrives. Now students, you are supposed to revise perfect tenses and do given exercises. Let us see the exercises. Fill in the blanks. This is mere an extra exercise, because here I am giving you extra exercises. At last we are going to do the book exercise so that you can have double practice. Fill in the blanks with the verbs in present perfect tense. Choose from the box. Mr. Das did these things yesterday morning. So you need to, he did the things in the order shown. Okay, so you need to do this exercise as well. These are the hints. You can take hints from here. Now we shall begin with the homework solution of lesson 9 tenses lecture 2, means the homework which was given in last lecture. Fill in the blanks with verbs in the simple present tense or present continuous tense. Choose verbs from the brackets. He goes for a walk every morning. The sun shines during the day. Oh lovely, the sun is shining again. I want a glass of water. Where is Usha? She is washing her hair. According to the timetable, the train arrives at 12:15. So this is the timetable, the action which happens every day. There we use present indefinite tense. And the action which is in continuity, there we use present continuous tense. I am meeting my uncle tomorrow. Ashok is having 2 sisters. Next exercise. Put the verbs in brackets into the simple past or past continuous tense to complete the following sentences. Use both tenses in each sentence. It when we come when it rained when we come out. It was raining when we came out. So here we used past continuous tense with was raining, and with came we used past indefinite or simple past tense. Similarly, she cut her finger while she peeled potatoes. She cut. Cut is second form of cut. She cut her finger while she was peeling potatoes. I have a shower when the phone rang. I was having a shower when the phone rang. He bite his finger when he have lunch. He bit. Bit is second form of bite. He bit his finger when he was having lunch. So bit is the second form of verb bite, and was having is past continuous tense. Next, we go down in the lift when suddenly it stopped. We were going down in the lift when suddenly it stopped. So were going is past continuous tense, stopped is past indefinite. Next exercise. Fill in each blank with the correct or more suitable verb from the brackets. I think Australia will win the match. What have you decided to do? I am going to join the club. At this time, tomorrow Mr. Kapoor will be flying to Malaysia. Next, Mr. Raman is very busy at the moment. That's all right. I will wait. Next, why do you want to sell your motorbike? I am going to buy a car. Next exercise was write 4 sentences in simple future tense, write 4 sentences in going to form, write 4 sentences in future continuous tense. That you had to do yourself. Students, at last I would like to say thanks for listening to me patiently and carefully. If you liked and understood everything, please like the video and subscribe it. Thank you.